Everyone is not going to like you on your campus, but don't let that sour your experience. So say that you're new or new to your campus and you just got there and you have all these bright ideas and this vision to change the culture for students, staff, and families. And you share them, but you get criticism or you overhear gossiping or someone talking about you. Everyone's not gonna like your ideas. Everyone's not gonna warm up to you initially. It can really hurt if you allow it to. It happens to all of us. Some people are resistant to change or uncomfortable with doing things different or outside of their norm. Sometimes your light and positivity rubs people the wrong way, but I've learned to stay humble, be professional, and be friendly, even if people don't like you. There was a school that I used to work at that had a very large leadership team, and some of the members of that team were not very positive. They gossiped, they spread rumors, and they were just overall negative. They would smile in your face, but then talk about you behind your back. There was one time that I can recall where I actually walked into the teacher's lounge and overheard a leader, someone on my team, talking to a teacher and negatively talking about the things that we were doing as counselors. And I'm gonna be honest and reflective, it got me to a point where I changed, where when I saw that person, I didn't speak to them anymore. I didn't say good morning, I didn't say anything, I just walked right past them. And that is not like me and my character. But I'm telling you that if you allow the negativity of other people to affect you, it can, and it'll change you for the worse. I learned that I'm never gonna allow anyone else to take me outside of my comfort zone or make me become unprofessional. But that year was just a really uncomfortable year. I learned a lot about myself and I learned some of the things that I'm never gonna do again. I also learned not to multitask. I know at points we think as counselors that we can do many things at once because there are times when we have many things going on at once. But I learned to only focus on one thing at a time. I also learned that it split my focus and the ball got dropped at times and I would forget to do something or didn't finish it with fidelity or like I used to. So I usually create to-do lists when I come in the morning and I order them in number of importance. So I make sure that I knock those out, at least the big things that I need to get done or the students that I need to see. Those are the things that really matter. There are times when you're not gonna be able to complete everything on your to-do list, but you just have to learn to adapt and adjust and move something over to the next day. Don't get me wrong, everybody's different. Some people can multitask and still get everything done. So I've learned to stick to my daily schedule, the one that I create at the beginning of the year that maps out my entire day. Although, again, our day looks different from day to day, I have a skeleton of what my schedule should look like. And honestly, that's one of the best parts about being a school counselor is the flexibility. But there are times when we feel like we're overwhelmed because we have too many things going on. I've learned to just focus on what I can do and what I can control. And it helps. I've also learned that there are times when people are not going to validate you for doing a good job. You have to validate yourself. One year for National School Counseling Week, my admin team did not even acknowledge that school counselors, not a thank you, not a card, not a morning announcement, nothing for the whole week. And it really made me feel some type of way at first because I'm thinking, I do all of this hard work. I know that National School Counseling Week is not a week for recognition or gifts or appreciation, but a simple thank you goes a long way. It doesn't always have to be a gift or lunch or a gift card or something like that. Sometimes a thank you for all the hard work that you do for our school is enough, but I didn't get that school year, and I allowed it to make me feel some type of way. And I'm just being honest. Now at the end of the day, in order to encourage myself, I write on a sticky note my small wins and I put them in a jar. These are the students that I impacted or made smile, or the teachers or the families who I've done something positive for. Or if you can check off something on your to-do list for that day. These are the small wins that really you need to focus on. And at the end of the school year, I'm gonna reflect on all the things that I did to impact those lives. No matter who acknowledges me or who doesn't, I can acknowledge and encourage myself. This is a bonus tip, but I've also learned to take breaks. When I become overwhelmed at work with a specific task or something is too hard or I'm just tired, I've learned to get up and either take my work outside and get some fresh air and work at the picnic table and enjoy the sunshine, or sometimes I just go into a classroom and I interact with students, checking in on them, seeing what they're working on. Like for example, the other day, actually, I went to a math class and I was just walking down the aisles and helping students do mixed fractions. It was enjoyable to me. And even though I'm not a math teacher, I was able to walk down the aisles and help those students who were struggling with those problems. And just to see the smiles on their face really brought joy back into me. And if you ever get boggled down from the hustle bustle of the day, I would encourage you to just step outside of your office or your classroom and go visit someone else, especially if it's an art class or a performance like band, one of those classes, or even a core content, whatever you feel is comfortable for you. One thing that I will say though, is at the beginning of the year, I've already talked to all of my teachers, so they know if I'm coming in. I'm not coming in to observe them or what they're doing academically or criticize them for anything. I'm literally just coming to check in on students and see how they're doing. So to sum it up, these are 3 big things that I learned. Don't worry about things that you can't control. Laugh as much as you can, especially when it comes to students. They are funny, they are hilarious. And learn to let things go. Once you walk out of that school and get in your car and go home, don't think about it. Let it go into the next morning. If you got value from this, please like this video. It's an easy way to support me and my channel, and it helps YouTube push my channel out to other people. Also, if you can, I would love it if you would buy me a coffee. It helps my creative juices flow so I can create other content for you. And when you get done watching this video, check out these other 2 inspirational videos on the screen. One is a video that will help you if you're ever dealing with imposter syndrome. And the other video is 5 things that most times you won't learn in grad school. Check out these 2 videos.